Good evening from the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get set for Great Plains Athletic Conference men's volleyball. The Dordt defenders come into tonight's contest 10-1 overall, 6-1 in the conference, while the Jamestown Jimmies, an unblemished 11-0 record. They are 6-0 in Great Plains Athletic Conference action. In effect, this is for the conference title. Still some things to be played out after this, but if things play out according to form after today, these two teams positioned to run the table the rest of the way in the conference, if all things play true to form. But the Dordt defenders and Jamestown Jimmies, a 5-set match, the first time they met in Jamestown, North Dakota. Tonight they're playing in Sioux Center, with the defenders trying to take a step forwards in terms of where they are in the conference and trying to force, at least for the time being, a tie in Great Plains Athletic Conference play. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Biker. I'll be describing the action to you from near midcourt up in the balcony on the west side of the DeWitt Gym. Glad to have you with me as we bring this match to you. The Dordt defenders receiving votes in the most recent NAIA coaches poll, while the Jamestown Jimmies, true to form, have played very well once again this season. They are the cream of the crop in terms of Great Plains Athletic Conference play. They have been the team that has been the representative to the national championship over the past several years, and the Dordt defenders looking to force, at least for the time being, a tie in the loss column with a victory here this evening. So a lot to be determined, and the Jamestown Jimmies, they won't give up that conference crown without a fight, and they are a very capable team once again. Let's take a closer look at this Jamestown crew. They come in with a number 11 rating in the country, and they have only lost 2 sets this season, and that is to the Dordt defenders. They average 12 kills per set. They get 88. They have 88 ace serves so far this season, and they also get 2 points per set off of blocks. They are led by Agashan Aguz at 4.1 kills per set. Kaylor Cox is at 3.4. Duan Hunya is at 2.7 kills per set, and Ever Cancel is at 1.5. The player that makes this team go, Derek Correa, 10.7 assists per set for the Jimmies and 1.8 digs. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the start of tonight's volleyball match, Dordt and Jamestown, right after this 2-minute timeout.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym, where the Dordt defenders getting set to do battle with the Jamestown Jimmies here this evening. And glad to have you along with me on this Thursday night. We've got a lot happening in terms of Dordt athletics. We've got track and field running at the National Championship in Brookings, South Dakota tonight. We also have, we also have the NAI National Championship fields being announced for the women's and men's basketball teams. And we're playing men's volleyball tonight with the lead in the Great Plains Athletic Conference on the line here this evening. We told you briefly about the Jamestown Jimmies for the Dordt defenders. They were receiving votes in the most recent NAIA coaches poll. They have lost 4 sets so far this season, 5. They lost 3 to Jamestown in that 3-2 thriller in Jamestown back in the 3rd match of the season. They also lost a set to UC Merced and to St. Ambrose so far this year. Dordt is averaging 12 kills per set. They allow 8. They have 88 serves. They've allowed 29. They get 10 digs per contest, and they get 2.3 blocks points off of blocks per set. They're led by Caleb Kaliza at the net, 3.7 kills per outing. Brady Frost is at 2.8. Luke Nelson is at 1.6. Andres Guzman has lifted his kills per set average to 2.1. Lucas Van Groningen is at 9.3 assists per set. And Robert Piekaj is the libero at 3.7 digs per outing. And he also has 11 ace serves so far this season. Dordt is coached by Chad Hansen, while Jamestown is coached by Travers Cox. I alluded to it already a couple different times. Let's address it directly. The Dordt defenders and Jamestown Jimmies played in North Dakota back on February 3. It was a Friday night. The defenders lost a 16-25, 25-23, 22-25, 30-28, 13-15 decision. Kaliza had 17 kills. Brady Frost and Andres Guzman had 14 and 13 kills respectively. Lucas Van Groningen put up 45 assists, and Piekaj had 21 digs. Hyun put down 24 kills for Jamestown. Aguz added 20, and Correa lofted 57 assists. The defenders allowed 8 ace serves and recorded 5. So the Dordt defenders getting set for the Jamestown Jimmies. Jamestown to your left, they're in their gray jerseys, white numbers trimmed in orange. The Dordt defenders in their black jerseys, yellow numbers trimmed in white. The libero for Dordt, Robert Piekaj, in his white jersey and white shorts. And for the Jamestown Jimmies, their libero is Adam Lapata. He is from Germantown, Wisconsin, and he is number 12. He is the libero. He's wearing a black jersey, white numbers, and orange trim. I think we have all the preliminaries finished, and we are just about set for volleyball. The Dordt defenders and Jamestown Jimmies, and it appears it will be Jamestown serving to begin. And this will be Kaylor Cox. Cox, 3.4 kills per outing, 11 ace serves. He is a 5'8 senior from Helena, Montana, and he will start the evening for the Jamestown Jimmies with service. Cox with serve, taken by Piekaj. Scrambling for it is Van Groningen. Passed over the net by Kaliza. By Piekaj. Set goes outside, and tooling it off of the block for the kill is Downey Hoon. Hoon with the kill. It's 1-0. Jamestown in front. So 1-0 our score. That one set up by an aggressive serve by Cox. Cox's serve is long and out of bounds, and we're tied at 1-1 on the service error. 1-1 our score. Service error by Cox. And serving for the defenders will be Andres Guzman. Guzman will line it up. He'll go with a jump serve. Where's number 22 for the defenders? He calls Bogota, Colombia his home. Off high hand, saved by Guzman. Back to Kaliza. Miscommunication between Van Groningen and Kaliza. They collide on the back set, and Jamestown takes a 2-1 lead on the attack error. Serving will be Lapata for Jamestown. Jamestown with a 2-1 lead. Set number 1 just underway here in Sioux Center. Short serve controlled by Frost. Gets it to Van Groningen. Right side to Kaliza. And Kaliza with the kill. He ties it 2-2. Caleb Kaliza with his first ace, or with his first kill, I should say. And serving for the defenders will be Rob Piekaj. So Piekaj with the jump serve, right-hander wearing number 8. Short serve taken by Hoon. Set right side, outside to Hoon. Saved by Piekaj, kept it in play. Blocked at the net was Frost's attack. Van Groningen sets right side to Kaliza, and Kaliza, his attack misses long and out of bounds. It will be Jamestown service. Jamestown in front 3-2 after the attack error by Kaliza. Kaliza and the rest of the Dordt players wanting a touch call. None coming. And the serve taken by Guzman. Back to Van Groningen to Nelson. Nelson dug by Aguz. Back to Hoon. Hoon unable to put it away, and immediately and diving for it is Guzman, and Jamestown with back-to-back points. First team to do so. They lead it now 4-2. 4-2 our score. Dordt pushed Jamestown to the limit the first time these two teams played. And Jamestown with serve taken by Piekaj, attacking outside Frost, unable to put it down, and there from the outside for the kill is Hoon. Hoon with the kill. It's 5-2. 5-2 our score. Dordt needs to regroup here. Oguz, a freshman from Turkey. And the Dordt defenders set for receive. Guzman takes it, gets it to Van Groningen. Quick attack, Nelson. Nelson around the block, misses wide and out of bounds. And Jamestown has grabbed an early 6-2 lead. 6-2 our score. And attacking from the outside, missing on that attack was Frost moments ago, and Dordt attacking. Here's Frost off of the block. Guzman picks it up. Jamestown with a free chance. Blocked at the net. Now pushed back over by Kaliza. Kaliza on the broken play. Stops the run of 4 points in a row by the Jimmies. And the Dordt defenders trail 6-3. 6-3 our score. Serving is Caleb Kaliza. Kaliza, the senior from the Chicago area. And Kaliza's topspin serve taken by Cox. Off high hands, Kaliza digs it. Comes back right side, Kaliza. Kaliza from behind the spike line for the kill. Kaliza with the kill. And the Dordt defenders trailing 6-4. 6-4 our score. And serving in will be Kaliza. Kaliza jump serve, right hand, controlled. Jamestown. And missing wide and out of bounds is Oguz. Oguz sends it wide down the right sideline, and the Dordt defenders trail 6-5 as Oguz. He averages 4.7 kills per set, a 350 kill efficiency. And Kaliza now serving. Nice sized crowd on hand for tonight's contest. Jump serve catches the tape, rolls over. From behind the spike line is Kaylor Cox, and Cox with a kill. It's 7-5. So Kaylor Cox reestablishes a 2-point lead for the Jimmies. Hune with service. And his serve controlled by Guzman. Gets it to Van Groningen outside Frost. Frost bangs it off the block, but it stays in bounds on the back line. Point Jamestown, and the Jimmies lead at 8-5. 8-5, Jamestown in front. Jamestown so far, 4 kills, 1 error, 9 total attacks. The defenders 3-4-11. Serve is long and out of bounds, so the service error by the Jimmies. That's the second service error by the Jamestown Jimmies. And Dordt trails 8-6. Brady Frost serving. Well, these two have proven to be the cream of the crop so far in the conference. Ottawa, Morningside, Kansas Wesleyan, Central Christian. It's pretty much tiered by two teams from what I have seen, although Ottawa's still looking for their first conference win. 9-6 after the service error by the defenders. And the serve controlled by Fergan, outside Guzman. Guzman around the block, went up, saw where the block was, and records the kill. Andres Guzman with the kill, his first. And the defenders trailing 9-7 with serve. And controlled by Jamestown. They'll attack. Set goes to the middle and blocked at the net was Hune. The Dordt defenders with the block, and they're back to within a point after the block by Dylan Koyman. So Dordt back to within a point at 9-8. Dylan Koyman, a sophomore from Frankfort, Illinois. Served by Santiago. Here comes Jamestown, and Cox with a kill, reestablishing a 2-point lead for the Jimmies at 10-8. So 10-8, defenders down 2. And the defender set for serve receive, and it's long and out of bounds, and the Jimmies, Derek Correa, misses long with the service. Point defenders. Dordt trailing 10-9. 10-9. Serving Van Groningen, trying to tie it here. Serve to the sideline, taken by Cox. Correa, back set Cox. Cox down the line. Piekaj unable to square up and keep it in play. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the defenders. It'll be Jamestown with service, leading 11-9. So 11-9. And the serve controlled by Piekaj, comes back, and Koyman blocked at the net. So Koyman blocked at the net, and it's back to 12-9. 12-9, defenders trailing. Jamestown is led by as many as 4 already. Dordt trimming it down to 1 on a couple different occasions. Cross-court shot by Guzman with a kill. So Guzman records the kill. Serving for Dordt will be Guzman now. Dordt trailing 12-10, and when Guzman's serving, can be feast or famine. Now an overpass, Kaliza puts it away. Well, there's the feast side of it, as an indirect ace is how I like to score that typically. As Guzman gets the strong serve, the overpass, and Kaliza puts it away. Guzman served down the line this time. Jamestown keeps it on their side of the net. A tip by Quinn, controlled by Jamestown. Pushed to the back corner, covered by Guzman. Quick attack, Koyman, and Koyman with the kill. We're tied 12-all. So Dordt fighting back to tie it. In service is Guzman. Guzman serves long and out of bounds, and Jamestown reestablishes the lead at 13-12. Serve short, controlled by Frost, gets it to Van Groningen. Back set right side, Kaliza. Kaliza off the top of the block for the kill. Caleb Kaliza ties it at 13-13. 13-13. And Piekaj with serve. Here comes Jamestown, set outside Huynh. One hand stab save by Guzman, kept it in play, now pushed over the net by Guzman. Here comes Jamestown, they set it up. Correa, middle quick, Guzman dives for it, keeps it in play, back over to Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill. Kaliza with the kill. And the Dordt defenders grab a 14-13 lead. 14-13, Dordt with a 1-point lead. Their first lead of the set. Jump serve by Piekaj. Here comes Jamestown. Right side block put up by the defenders. Frost and Nelson on the attack by Aguz. And the defenders have scored 6 of the last 7 and 3 in a row for a 15-13 lead. Piekaj has service. And Piekaj will send it over. Jump serve from the middle, controlled. Huynh, overpass, Nelson kill. 16-13, defenders by 3. So Dordt with a 3-point advantage, set number 1. Piekaj serving, and a timeout on the floor, charge to the Jimmies. So Jamestown blinks first. They call a timeout, trailing by 3 at 16-13. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center.
(16-13), our broadcast tonight brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Jump serve by Piekaj, controlled. Set goes to the middle. Dordt puts a block up. Saved by Correa. Pushed over the net. Free ball. Dordt. Frost over to Van Groningen. Quick attack. Nelson unable to put it down. Jamestown attacking. Cox off the tapes. Taken by Piekaj. Back set right side. Kaliza wide. Point Jamestown. 16-14. So 16-14. And the serve controlled by Guzman. Back to Van Groningen. Right side, Kaliza. Kaliza tools it over the block for the kill. Dordt leads 17-14. 17-14 defenders. Set number 1. And serving will be Kaliza again. Kaliza's serve controlled. Here come the Jimmies outside Huynh. Huynh with the kill. So Huynh with the kill. And Jamestown trims it down to 17-15 once again. And the serve controlled by Guzman. Set goes outside Frost. Frost tips it into the antenna. Point Jamestown. And Jamestown leads at 17, or trails at 17-16. So Jamestown with a chance to tie it here in set number 1. Back set right side Kaliza. Kaliza tries to cut it cross court and misses wide. And we're tied at 17 all. So Jamestown, after the timeout, outscoring Dordt 4-1. And they've tied it at 17-17. 17-17 our score. Serve controlled. Dordt. Piekaj has to go for it. High ball back over to Frost, unable to put it away, just simply kept it in play. Guzman back to Van Groningen. Outside it goes Frost. Frost bangs it over the block for the kill. Frost with the kill. Dordt back in front, 18-17. 18-17. And serving for the defenders will be Fergan. Brady Fergan, a sophomore from Menno, South Dakota. Down the line, misses just wide. And the defenders will receive serve. We're tied at 18-18. Well, we found out the men's basketball assignment. And they will be playing in Tennessee, hosted by Freed Hardman. Quick attack to the middle, Nelson. Nelson out of the middle for the kill. Dordt leads 19-18. Well, now, when we saw this the first time these two teams played, at some point now you've got to score back-to-back points and then survive side outs. And Dordt with the advantage right now. Diego Santiago with serve. And Santiago's serve is controlled by Jamestown. They'll attack out of the middle, and from the middle, that's Joshua Bose. Bose unable to put it away, and there's your back-to-back points for the defenders. They lead 20-18. Now let's see if the defenders can close the deal. You've got the 2-point lead now. Now you've got to hold side out. Santiago with serve, controlled. Here comes Jamestown. Right side, down the line, and for the kill is Oguz. Oguz with the kill. It's 20-19. So Jamestown responds. And Jamestown back to within a point, and they serve it long. Point defenders. Dordt leads 21-19. So 21-19 our score. So the men will be playing in Henderson. This is men's basketball. They'll be playing in Henderson, Tennessee. Quick attack out of the middle, Cox. Cox with the kill makes it 21-20. So Kaylor Cox with the kill, back to 21-20. The Dordt women will be hosting Iowa Wesleyan next Tuesday night. In the opening round, they'll host Tuesday and Wednesday, hoping that the defenders can get a couple of wins and advance on to Sioux City from here. Jump serve by Cox, taken by Piekaj. Back to Van Groningen, throws it backside over to Guzman. Guzman with the kill. Andres Guzman with the kill. 22-20, defenders leading. So 22-20, defenders leading. Set number 1. Guzman with the serve, controlled by Cox to Correa. Right side of Guz. Guz unable to put it down. Bump set Piekaj. Goes back to Kaliza, unable to put it down. Set goes to the middle, and we've got 4 contacts called on Jamestown. Jamestown trailing 23-20. Jimmy's thinking about a timeout. They're not going to call the timeout at this point. And we have a new player checking in for Jamestown. This will be Tyson Myers. So Myers checks out of the match. Backup middle blocker for the Jimmies. Top spin serve by Guzman. Here comes Jamestown attacking Huynh. Huynh with a kill. 23-21. Short serve taken by Frost. Gets it back over to Van Groningen. Back to Frost. Frost tools it off the block for the kill. 24-21, defenders leading by 3. Serving for Dordt will be Rob Piekaj to try and close the set. Dordt trying to take a 1-0 lead here in Sioux Center. And Piekaj with the jump serve, controlled by Huynh. Correa back outside Huynh. Huynh with the kill. 24-22. Defenders still up by 2 points, but they've got 2 cracks at it here. If they can get side out back, they win set number 1. Service, Oguz, taken by Guzman for Dordt. Right side, Kaliza off high hands, and a kill for the defenders. And Dordt knocks off Jamestown in set number 1, 25-22. So the defenders with a 25-22 advantage in win in set number 1 to take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-5 match. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with set number 2 from the duet right after this.
Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Jamestown Jimmies. Dordt was led by Caleb Calizo with 8 kills, 3 for Andres Guzman. Jamestown is led by Downey Huynh with 6 kills. Kaylor Cox had 4 and Aguz had 1. For the defenders, Guzman had 3. Brady Frost had a couple. Here comes Jamestown controlling Oguz over the top of the block. And we've got a player in the net for the Dordt defenders. A block error called on the defenders. And that'll go as a kill for Aguz. And Jamestown leads 1-0. 1-0 our score. And the serve controlled by the defenders. Back set right side. Tipped over the block is Guzman, unable to put it away. Here comes Jamestown, pushed over the net, free ball. Controlled by Piekaj. Dordt down 1-0. DeKill and Koyman out of the middle, and Koyman with the kill. Dylan Koyman doesn't get a ton of kills, doesn't get a ton of attacks, but he's averaging 1.1 kills per set. And in men's volleyball, if you can have any sort of balance, you are at a distinct advantage because you just simply can't block everything at the net one-on-one. Huynh, outside attack, and the defenders close it. Koyman and Frost teaming up for the block, and the defenders lead 2-1. 2-1 our score. And the defenders have service was Andres Guzman. Guzman with the jump serve taken by Huynh. Right side attack. And a block put up by the defenders on Aguz, and Dordt leads 3-1. 3-1 our score. The defenders leading by a couple. Set number 2. Dordt won set 1, 25-22. Serving again will be Guzman. So Dordt gets a shot in the arm in set number 1, coming from behind to win that. Now taking an early lead. Oguz over the top of the block. Saved by Kaliza. Outside it goes. Off the bump set by Piekaj to Kaliza. Unable to put it away. Now Quinn with the attack. Now pushed back. Saved by Guzman. Then Groningen right side Kaliza. Kaliza unable to put it away. Set goes outside Quinn. Blocked at the net. Oguz keeps it in play. Back to Oguz. Oguz over the block. Saved by Van Groningen. Back set Frost. Frost off high hands. Saved by Quinn. Quinn on the attack. Quinn with the power tip. Dordt there. Koyman tries to tool it off the block, and he does. So a 4-1 lead for the defenders after Koyman, one-on-one with the blocker, able to put it down. And the Jimmies on serve receive. Tyson Myers in the match starting, set number 2, and Andres Guzman hits it off the heel of his hand with the jump serve, but short. And it's back to 4-2. So Dordt with an early lead, 4-2, but the Jimmies, 2-point difference. We saw Dordt down 2 early in set number 1, and actually down by as many as 4. Back set Kaliza. Kaliza around the block for the kill. Caleb Kaliza with the kill. It's 5-2 defenders. And serving for the defenders will be Piekaj. So Dordt with an opportunity here. Put a little distance between themselves and Jamestown. Jump serve, Piekaj. Piekaj taken by Quinn. Correa, Cox. Cox, kill. Kaylor Cox with the kill. And now the Jimmies will serve. They're down 5-3. Taken by Guzman. Van Groningen, quick attack middle, Nelson with a kill. Nelson puts the kill down for the defenders. And the Dordt defenders now with a 3-point lead again at 6-3, matching their biggest lead of the contest so far. And that's of the evening so far for that matter. And Caleb Kaliza serves it into the net. Point Jamestown, it's 6-4. Service error by the defenders. And Quinn with serve. Quinn serve. Taken by Guzman. Van Groningen. Frost over the block, kill. Brady Frost takes the middle out of that ball. Just simply went over the top of the block. Did the 6'6" attacker from Neenah, Wisconsin. And the Dordt defenders lead 7-4. 7-4, controlled. Quinn, Correa, outside Cox, blocked, and Dordt closes it. They keep it in play. So important. Oftentimes you'll see the block put up, but you're unable to close it and square it up and keep the ball in play. And that time it went down the sideline for the block for the defenders. 8-4. And knocking it off the block is Oguz. Oguz makes it 8-5. 8-5, so Oguz with the kill off the assist from Correa. That was Van Groningen and Nelson who got credit for the block previously. Dordt leading 8-5. Serving for the Jimmies is Galima. So Galima with service, and Galima's serve controlled. Outside it goes to Guzman. Guzman down the line, kill. Andres Guzman with the kill. It's 9-5. Well, these two teams played a very competitive match in Jamestown in early February, right at, it'll be 4 weeks ago tomorrow. And Diego Santiago with service. And Diego will send it over. Jump serve controlled. Quick attack out of the middle for the kill is the backup middle blocker for the Jimmies. That is Myers. Myers gets the kill. Dordt leads 9-6. Well, Dordt has definitely put themselves in a good spot here early. Now you need to carry it through and not allow Jamestown a run of 3 or 4 points in a row. Stay away from those strings. Van Groningen. Back it goes. Kaliza blocked at the net. Dordt attacking. Van Groningen keeps it in play. Set comes back to Huynh. Huynh blocked at the net. Set outside Cox. Cox power tip. Misses wide. Out of bounds. Point defenders. So Dordt with a 10-6 lead off the attack by Kaylor Cox. Cox, all 5'8" of him. He'll attack from anywhere on the floor. That time attacking from the outside, unable to get the power tip down in play. Aguz off the block, saved by Piekaj. Kept alive Guzman, right side, unable to put it away, Kaliza. Right side, Cox, blocked at the net, Guzman and Koyman. Dordt with an 11-6 lead in set number 2. Dordt won set 1, 25-22. Serving for the defenders will be Van Groningen. Van Groningen serve, short, controlled, Jamestown. Aguz with the kill. Aguz with the kill, and the Jimmies trail 11-7. Well, busy day on the Dordt campus, or in terms of Dordt athletics, not necessarily on campus. This is the only on-campus event happening, but we've had Piekaj gets it back to Van Groningen, right side Guzman. Guzman with a kill. Dordt spreading it around right now. Kaliza has 9 kills. Guzman has 5. As I was saying, the Dordt track and field teams running at the NAI National Championships. Both 4x8 teams making the finals tomorrow. Men's 4x4 making the finals on Saturday. And 3 runners in the men's 5K qualifying for the finals of that event on Saturday as well. Serve is long and out of bounds by Guzman, and it's back to 12-8. So a 4-point lead for the defenders right now, 12-8. The Dordt defenders with a 381 kill efficiency thus far. Piekaj, right side to Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill, and he's matched up with Huynh. One-on-one, and that time Kaliza wins out on the battle. Gives Dordt a 13-8 lead. Kaliza, a 316 kill efficiency. He's got a couple of Player of the Week honors to his credit already this season. Aguz with a kill from the right side, and he records his 3rd kill. And the Dordt defenders, 4th kill now for Aguz. And the defender lead still remains 4, 13-9. Aguz serve taken by Andres Guzman, and we have a player in the net for the Jimmies. 14-9, Dordt by 5, set number 2. During our next timeout, we'll probably just take a 30-second break, and we'll tell you about the men's and women's basketball assignments for next week as well. Serve Kaliza. Kaliza top spin serve taken by Cox over to Correa. Right side Aguz. Aguz into the net, point defenders. 15-9 our score. Now what I understand is Jamestown has lost a player to injury. And as near as I can tell, that's Vinny Miska, 341 kill efficiency. And the Dordt defenders jumping out to a 15-9 lead here in set number 2. We have a timeout on the floor charged to Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. The Dordt defenders leading 15-9, and here's the men's basketball assignment. The defenders will be, the men's basketball team will be playing next Tuesday against Bethel of Indiana in Henderson, Tennessee, while the women's team will be hosting Iowa Wesleyan here at the DeWitt Gym. Henderson, Tennessee, you're asking, how far is that away? Well, it's about 810 miles, give or take. Serving for the defenders, Kaliza. Kaliza serves it long and out of bounds. It's 15-10. So 15-10 our score. And the Dordt defenders with a 5-point lead. Let's see if this is enough of a cushion. Always want one or two more, but that's the thing about men's volleyball. Oftentimes you get a little help from the opponent at the service line. And Quinn serves it into the net, point defenders. So the Dordt defenders with a 16-10 lead right now, trying to stake themselves to a 2-0 lead in the match, but Dordt returning the favor with Brady Fergan sending it long and out of bounds, 16-11. The only thing that happens there, though, you do creep a little bit closer to that needed 25 points to secure a win. Obviously, as I just said, you always want one or two more points. And the serve taken by Piekaj. Gets it to Van Groningen. Quick attack, Nelson. And 17-11. Luke Nelson with the quick attack out of the middle, and the Dordt defenders. Pretty focused group here this evening. And the Dordt defenders will receive serve. Served by Santiago. Set goes outside Kaler to Cox, and Cox puts it away at 17-12. So 17-12 defenders. Taking the serve, Fergan gets it over to Van Groningen, right side Kaliza. Kaliza blocked at the net, and here comes Jamestown, back-to-back points at 17-13. 17-13 defenders. You'd love for Dordt to just take the suspense out of this set and close it out here. Koyman off the block, I thought. Nope, they say it was untouched, and it's back to 3 now, 17-14. And this is about where Dordt made the move on Jamestown in their set 1 win. The defenders were trailing in set number 1, 13-12. Tied it up at 13. Took a 17-13 lead before Jamestown tied it at 17-18. And then the Dordt defenders taking the win. Taken by Fergan. Gets it over Van Groningen. Tips it. Blocked. Controlled by Cox. Right side of Goose. Goose with the swing. Dug by Quinn. Outside Cox. Cox off of the block. Saved by Piekaj. Back set. Right side. Unable to put it down. Kaliza. Set. Back to Cox. Cox. That's a shot maker. Wow, as he kept it in play. Tough shot, width of the court, and puts it down, and it's 17-15, and Jamestown not dead yet. So the Jimmies with service, and it's long and out of bounds, point defenders. And Dordt leads 18-15, so a 4-point run by the Jimmies. Get it back to 2 at 17-15. Now the defenders just simply trying to hang on. Serving is Van Groningen. Van Groningen sends it over the net. Saved by Jamestown, and around the block. Missing it wide. And the Dordt defenders back in front by 4, 19-15. 19-15. That serve, that attack by Myers, number 15. Outside it goes, a goose blocked at the net. Unable to pick it up, the libero, Lapata. And the defenders back in front by 5, 20-15. 20-15. And checking back in for Jamestown will be Josh Bose. Jamestown looks like they're trying to figure out that second middle position. Van Groningen serve. Outside goes to a Goose. A Goose with the blocked on the play. The defenders record yet another block. That's Kaliza. And Van Groningen has service. I believe it was Koyman and Kaliza teaming up for that block. This could be an ace, and it is for Van Groningen. So the defenders answer the 4-point run by Jamestown with a 5-point run of their own. Dordt leads now 22-15. 22-15. Serve controlled by Jamestown. Set to Cox. Cox power tip. Saved by Van Groningen. Tipped over by Kaliza. Set back over to Oguz. Oguz with the kill. 22-16. Defenders by 6. So serving for the Jamestown Jimmies will be Kaylor Cox. And Cox with the jump serve taken by Fergan. Gets it back over. Right side Van Groningen. Tapped over the net by Guzman. Pushed back over by the Jimmies. Cox at the back corner. Right side Huynh. Huynh with the swing and Huynh with the kill. Guzman tried to get out of the way, and the R2, the down official, had the good angle on it, as did I, and it actually skimmed off of, looked like the upper arm of Andres Guzman as he tried to get out of the way. 22-17, defenders leading by 5 here in set number 2. Cox with service. He's trying to bring his team back. Guzman tips it over the net, and we have a player in the net for Dordt. Guzman with a power tip, caught his arm on the tape. And the Jimmies are back to within 4, 22-18, and this one is not done yet. You don't knock off the reigning champ without a fight. And the Dordt defenders lead by 4, and we have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Going away from the middle attack, and they're going to Kaylor Cox whenever they can. And now momentary break in the action as Downey Huynh has loose shoe, and he takes care of that. And the Jimmies will have service. So the Jimmies with service, and it looks like Huynh might be shaken up on the play. Favoring that left ankle just a little, that left foot just a little bit. Now he reaches down and grabs it, gives it a twist, and well, we'll see if he's able to continue. 22-19. Jamestown can ill afford to lose him either. Taken by P.A. Kosh to Van Groningen. Tipped by Guzman down the line, save. Cox throws it back over to Oguz. Oguz unable to put it away. Correa back over to Oguz. Oguz cross court. Saved by the defenders, passed over the net, P.A. Kosh. Here comes Jamestown. Jamestown attacking Oguz. Oguz with the kill, it's 22-20. 5 points in a row for the Jimmies. And the Jamestown Jimmies, a yellow card assessed. And I'm not sure if that is the head coach or the assistant coach. Travers Cox and Higet Erkek on the bench. I believe that's Coach Urkek, the assistant. It's going to go as a yellow on the bench, and the Dordt defenders lead 22-20. Cox with serve, and Cox with the ace. And if there's a player who can bring the team back on his shoulders, it is Kaylor Cox. So Dordt trying to regroup. They had a 22-15 lead, and now the defenders will use a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry-out, or delivery.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery.
Critical serve here. Dordt with as much as a 7-point lead here in set two. Now leading 22-21, 6 unanswered by the Jimmies, and the Dordt defenders go outside to Guzman. Guzman one-on-one against Oguz, and Guzman wins out that time. And now the Dordt defenders leading 23-21. Kaylor Cox now in the back row as well, and he is no longer serving. Those are two positives if you are a Dordt defender fan. Now Cox very capable, attacking from behind the spike line as well, and we've seen that a few times already tonight. This time they'll go to Oguz on the right side. Dug by Van Groningen. Piekaj bump set right side. Kaliza tools it off the block for the kill. Kaliza with 12, and the Dordt defenders now leading 24-21 with a chance to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. Serving will be Andres Guzman. Guzman with the jump serve on the way. And Guzman serve taken by Cox. Quick attack middle. Stab save by Piekaj. Unable to put it away. Jamestown attacking Oguz. Oguz with the kill. Oguz with the kill. And serving now for Jamestown will be Lapata. He of Germantown, Wisconsin. And the defenders lead at 24-22 with serve is Jamestown. Serve is short, taken by Piekaj, redirected to Van Groningen. Koyman out of the middle for the kill. Dylan Koyman with the kill, and the Dordt defenders win it 25-22 in set number 2. The defenders with a 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 match. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with set number 3 from the DeWitt Gym right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
The Dordt defenders with a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 match. Dordt with 29 kills, 10 errors, 58 total attacks, a .328 kill efficiency. While the Jamestown Jimmies 24-13 and 64 for a .172 kill efficiency. Dordt is led by Caleb Kalizas, 12 kills thus far, 6 for Andres Guzman, 24 for Lucas Van Groningen. He's got 24 assists, I should say, and he's credited with 7 digs. Andres Guzman and Rob Piekaj with 5 kills apiece, digs apiece, beg your pardon. Dylan Koyman, he's been credited with 5 block assists and 1 block, a solo block. Dordt had 2 blocks in set 1 for points. In set 2, they total 6, so they've got 8 points off a block so far, while the Jimmies have 1 point off of a block. So we start set number 3. Today's broadcast brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Cox with service. Van Groningen floats it up to Guzman, tips it over the net, saved by Aguz. Correa, backside Aguz with the kill. Aguz with the kill. And the Dordt defenders trailing 1-0. Well, this is what's happened at the start of set 2 as well, and set 1. So all 3 sets so far, Jamestown has scored the initial point. The attack out of the middle, Koyman. Koyman hits it long and out of bounds, though. Point Jamestown. And the Jimmies lead 2-0. 2-0 our score. Dordt with the lead. Serving will be Kaylor Cox. And Cox, jump serve taken by Fergan, gets it over to Van Groningen, right side Guzman. Guzman hits it wide and out of bounds, point Jamestown. Jamestown with a 3-0 lead. And the Dordt defenders set for serve receive. For Jamestown, they are led in kills by Aguz with 9, 8 for Cox, 7 for Huynh. Cox serve taken by Fergan. Outside Kaliza, tools it off the block for the kill. Point defenders, it's 3-1. 3-1 our score. Brady Frost serving. Guzman has serve. And the serve is short, taken by Huynh. Right side, Aguz. Aguz with the kill. 4-1. Jamestown leading here in set 3. So Dordt leads in the match 2-0, courtesy the 2 wins in sets 1 and 2 by 25-22 scores. Taken by Guzman to Van Groningen, outside Frost. Frost bangs it off the block, but it's off of Frost's head and out of bounds. Point Jamestown, it's 5-1. So here come the Jimmies leading in set number 3, 5-1. And serving will be Lapata. Lapata's service. And Lapata's serve is short and an ace. Well, Jamestown scoring 6 of the first 7 points here in set number 3, and they're taking control of set number 3 here. See if the defenders are able to regroup, leading 2-0. Got to regain that urgency that they had earlier. Back set right side, Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill. So Caleb Kaliza with a kill. Dordt down by 4, 6-2. They were down 4 in set number 1 as well at 6-2, ironically enough. And Piekaj with serve. Rob, serve, catches the tape, rolls over. Here come the Jimmies. Right side, Aguz. Aguz with the kill. Aguz going cross court, getting that kill. And it's 7-2. Aguz now with 11 kills. He's a 6'8" freshman from Turkey. And the jump serve taken by Frost, kept alive by Nelson. Pushed over by Guzman, and Guzman misses as he tries to find the sideline. And the Jimmies lead 8-2. Dordt may need a timeout here. Coach Chad Hansen up off of the bench. He's been standing most of the set. So far has not used a timeout. Taken by Frost, overpass. Here comes Jamestown. Jimmy's attacking, and Kaliza puts the block up. Ever cancel in the match now for Jamestown. So cancel is in for the first time that I can recall. Jump serve. Kaliza taken by Quinn. Back to Cancel, saved by the defenders, pushed over the net by Van Groningen, controlled. Here comes Jamestown, Cancel with the kill. 9-3 our score, Ever Cancel. He's from Puerto Rico, he's a 6'4" senior. And Wynn has service. And he serves it long and out of bounds. Point defenders. Dordt trails 9-4. Back into the match now for the defenders will be Brady Fergan. Fergan with service. And Fergan's floater controlled. Here comes Jamestown. Right side and a block put up. And Agu's unable to finish that one, and the defenders are down 4, 9-5. Well, Jamestown made a comeback in set number 2, got all the way back to within 1 after trailing by 7 with a 6-point run. The defenders looking for something similar here. Cox gets blocked at the net. Here comes Jamestown again. Cox off high hands, taken by Guzman. A joust, and that time it's won out by Cox. Cox wins out on the joust. And it's 10-5, Jamestown. And serving for the Jimmies will be Galima. Galima so far today. No ace serves that one long and out of bounds. That's his second service error, and the defenders trail 10-6. So the defenders still well within striking distance, like to trim 1 or 2 off of this lead again. Serving is Santiago. And Santiago's serve, the try for the changeup, and Santiago with a service error. The defenders now with 9 service errors. The Jimmies have 8 so far. 3 ace serves for the Jimmies, 1 for the defenders. Dordt trails 11-6 here in set 3. Dordt leads in the match 2-0. And serving for the Jimmies will be Correa. Correa with an ace serve, and the Jimmies lead 12-6. 12-6, and Coach Chad Hansen's going to call for a timeout for the defenders. Timeout Dordt, trailing 6-2. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
12-6, defenders down 6. Serving is Correa. And Correa with the jump serve into the net. Point defenders. Dordt trails by 5, 12-7. 12-7 our score. And serving will be Kaliza. And Kaliza's serve catches the tape, rolls over. Correa with a quick attack out of the middle, and the kill for Jamestown and Josh Bowes. His first kill this evening, and it's 13-7. 13-7. And serving will be Kaylor Cox. Cox serve taken by Guzman. Back it goes Guzman. Guzman with a kill. Well, the defenders hanging around. Don't want the lead to grow any more than this. Just simply because runs of points are pretty challenging to come by. So Myers is back in for Jamestown. And serving will be Guzman. Guzman's serve is long and out of bounds. Point Jimmy's. And it's 14-8. Lapata with serve. So Lapata with the jump serve short, taken by Frost, gets it to Van Groningen. Right side, Kaliza. Kaliza cross-court kill. Kaliza with another kill. And for Kaliza, that's his 15th kill. And Dordt trails 14-9. Piekaj serving. And Piekaj with the jump serve controlled. And tooling it off the block for the kill is Cancel. And it's 15-9. So Dordt down 6, leading in the match 2-0. But Jamestown trying to stay alive here. Jump serve taken by Frost. Van Groningen back to Kaliza, blocked at the net, covered by Frost. Van Groningen back to Nelson. Nelson with a swing. Jamestown scrambles, they push it over. Taken by Guzman. Van Groningen, right side, Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill. 15-10, defenders down 5, but the defenders have not scored back-to-back points since they scored points 4 and 5 on their side. To trail by 5, 10-5, they still trail by 5 here, 15-10, trying for back-to-back points here. Kaliza's serve into the tape, point Jamestown at 16-10. 16-10 Jamestown. Jamestown maintaining control early on. And now into the middle stages of this set, and hitting it long and out of bounds is Quinn. Quinn sends it well off the back line. And it's 16-11. So 16-11, Brady Fergan serving. Dordt down 5, starting to run out of time here in set number 3. Cox around the block for the kill. And it remains 6, 17-11. Jamestown in control. Galima is in. And he will serve. Dordt down 6. And Jamestown 8 points away from forcing set number 4. Taken by Fergan to Van Groningen. Right side, Guzman. Guzman with a kill. So Guzman with the kill. And Diego Santiago has served. Santiago so far tonight, 1 service error to show for his statistics. No aces thus far. Dordt only with 1 ace. That nearly an ace. Controlled. Cox to Oguz. Oguz hits it long and out of bounds. Point defenders, and Dordt back to within 4 now with back-to-back points, trailing 17-13. 17-13. And serving is Santiago, and we have a player in the net for the defenders on the block, and it's back to 5, 18-13. 18-13, checking into play will be Josh Bose. Bose, he'll line up at a middle blocker position. Serving is Correa. And Correa's serve controlled. Here comes Dordt. Quick attack, Koyman. Koyman with a kill. Well, the defenders got down 8-2, and they've been playing catch-up ever since. And Van Groningen with serve. Now, Van Groningen has the one ace serve for the defenders so far tonight. Let's see if he can come through here. Might be too much to ask, but and that serve is into the net. Point Jamestown. It's 19-14. For the defenders now, the service error starting to mount, and I've talked about the differences in the men's and women's game. That's a significant one there, where men, in the men's game, they're much more willing to take service errors simply because you have to serve aggressively. Off of the ceiling, Jamestown scrambling. Cox keeps it in play, passed over the net by Quinn. A rare free ball for the defenders. Comes back to Koyman. Koyman with a kill. Dordt trails 19-15. Well, the defenders need to make their run now. Jamestown down to their final 6 points here in set number 3. Andres Guzman with service. And Guzman down the line, controlled. Quinn, quick attack out of the middle, saved by Kaliza. Back to Van Groningen, unable to put it down. Jamestown attacking, Cox, and Cox into the net. Point defenders. The defenders have scored 5 of the last 7. They trail by 3 right now, 19-16, and Guzman has service. Guzman with serve. And Guzman with the jump serve down the line, taken by Galima. Oguz off high hands for the kill. Oguz with the kill, and Oguz now with 12 kills. Dordt kept him in check in set number 1, but he has come alive in sets 2 and 3. He's got 12 kills and 32 swings, leading Jamestown. Pushed over the net and to the sideline, trying to keep it in play was Koyman. Out of bounds, point Jamestown. It's 21-16, and Dordt needs to exhaust their second timeout. So a timeout charged to the defenders. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Serving for Jamestown will be Lapata. Lapata with service to the back line, and an ace serve for Lapata. Moment of indecision by Rob Piekaj, and the Jimmies now with a 6-point lead. Short serve taken by the defenders. Van Groningen backside. Kaliza down the line with the kill. It's 22-17. I just don't know if there's enough time, though, for the defenders to make a comeback here in set 3. They lead in the match 2-0. And serving will be Rob Piekaj. Piekaj short serve taken by the Jimmies. Cancel out of the middle, kill. 23-17 Defenders. Down by 6. And more service for Aguz. And Aguz sends it long and out of bounds. Well, the difference in this one was Jamestown established that big early lead and simply playing keep away, if you will. Dordt trailing 23-18. You got to score 5 in a row here. Kalisa with service. And Kalisa's serve controlled. Correa out of the middle, canceled. Dordt saves it, and it's on the back line. (23-19) our score. And we might see a replay of that one. Hopefully we do. Nope, don't see the back angle. 23-19. Here comes Kalisa with service, and that one is off of the back line just barely, and it's 24-19. 24-19 with the missed serve by the defenders. And checking in to serve for the Jimmies will be Gulak. He's from Dousman, Wisconsin. Controlled, Dordt attacking Nelson. Nelson with a kill. Well, the defenders need another 4 points in a row here. See if they're able to close it. Would be the most points they've scored in a row in this set. They've had back-to-back points on just 3 occasions so far. So Jamestown's going to have to help them out just a little bit too, the way it feels. Fergan with service. Taken by Quinn. Correa outside Cox. Cox wide on the cross-court shot. 24-21. Well, the defender's not dead yet. Let's see if they can make it interesting here. 24-21 our score. And the serve down the line, controlled by Quinn. Back to Cox, and we've got a player in the net for the defenders, and that's a crummy way to lose set 3, but lose it they will. And the Dordt defenders lose set 3, 25-21. So Jamestown forces set number 4 with a 25-21 win in set number 3. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap and the start of set number 4 right after this 2-minute timeout. Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Well, I'm getting start times on the men's basketball game next week, Tuesday night. They're scheduled to play at 5:30 against Bethel, Indiana. In Sioux Center, the Dordt women, that'll be a 7 o'clock start, as they will be hosting Iowa Wesleyan on Tuesday night. It's going to be a crazy couple of days, potentially, we hope. Couple wins on Tuesday results in more matches, contests on Wednesday. Serving for the defenders will be Lucas Van Groningen. And Van Groningen serve controlled. Here comes Jamestown around the block. Dordt attacking, pushed over the net by Kaliza. Cox pushes it back for the Jimmies. Piekaj, right side, Kaliza, blocked at the net, covered by Van Groningen. Piekaj with a bump set, pushed over the net by Guzman. And Guzman gets called for the double contact. So Jamestown with a 1-0 lead, set number 4. 25-22, 25-22, 21-25. The defenders with a 2-1 lead in the best-of-5 match. And an ace serve is Kaylor Cox, able to drop that one in front of a lunging Brady Fergan and the Jamestown Jimmies. You don't knock off the king without a fight. Man, the Jimmies have been to the king of the conference for a while. And Dordt trying to unseat them and force a tie in the loss column. They have a 2-1 lead in the match. Koyman around the block. Jamestown attacking Correa. Oguz blocked at the net, covered by Kaliza. Van Groningen right side. Guzman down the line. Saved by Jamestown. Right side of Oguz cross court wide, out of bounds, point defenders. It's 2-1. Our score. And Guzman has service, and Guzman serve catches the tape and rolls over, and we're tied 2-all. 2-2 our score, serving. And Andres Guzman with service. And Guzman with a jump serve controlled. Here come the Jimmies. Right side of Goose, over the block, saved by Kaliza. Dordt attacking Frost around the block, saved by Cox. Right side, Huynh over the block, saved by Guzman, and Dordt unable to get to it. Van Groningen gave chase off for the second contact, but was unable to get there in time. Jamestown leads 3-2. 3-2 Jamestown. And the short serve controlled by Frost, gets it back to Van Groningen. Blocked at the net, and now we're going to have 4 contacts on the defenders as they say that ball never made it over the net. And serving for the Jimmies will be Adam Lapata. Lapata trying to give his team a 3-point lead here. Right side it goes. Kaliza off the high hands. Cox saves it. Right side, Oguz with a kill, and it's 5-2. Jamestown able to seemingly turn it on when they need to. Defenders need to get back in this one almost immediately. You can't afford to let Jamestown get that early substantial lead and then just ride it out the rest of the way. That's what they did in set number 3. Serve into the net, point defenders. It's 5-3. Dordt trailing by 2. Piekaj serve short. Taken by Huynh. Blocked at the net on the attack by Cancel. Outside it goes Huynh. Huynh with the kill. 6-3 our score. Huynh with the kill. And Oguz with service. Dordt down 6-3. They won sets 1 and 2. Jamestown won set 3, and they lead here in set 4. 6-3. Van Groningen back to Nelson. Blocked at the net partially. Pushed back over by Kaliza. Cox with the tip. Saved by Piekaj. And it drops at 7-3. Kaylor Cox with the kill. So Cox recording the kill for Jamestown. He's got 12. He and Oguz doing the bulk of the damage. Huynh has 9. Oguz with serve, and Dordt saves it. Piekaj got to it to keep it in play, and now Cancel taps it into the net point defenders. Dordt trails 7-4. Well, it feels like Dordt needs something good to happen here to turn the momentum around. It seems like it is firmly behind the Jamestown Jimmies right now. Kaliza's serve. Block put up on the attack by Quinn. Redirected by Cancel that time. Dordt attacking. Guzman off of the tape and the kill. It's 7-5. Andres Guzman now with 9 kills. And the defenders back to within 2 at 7-5. 7-5, defenders down 2. Kaliza's serve. Back it goes to Oguz. Oguz into the net, attacking from the right side behind the spike line. And Dordt back to within a point at 7-6. 7-6 defenders. Down 1, Kaliza, the senior from Chicago. Controlled outside Quinn. Quinn cross court, hits the tape, and it drops on the line. Cross court shot. And it's back to 8-6, Jamestown in front. Jamestown leading 8-6. And serving for the Jimmies will be Gulak, controlled by Piekaj. Back it goes Nelson. Nelson cross-court kill. So Nelson with the kill, and for Luke Nelson, that's his 6th kill in 11 attacks. Only has 1 error. Dordt still hitting .289, but the Jimmies have taken advantage of 13 Dordt service errors, and they came alive in set 3 offensively. Oguz blocked at the net. We're tied 8-8. 8-8 our score. Second tie of the set. And serving for the defenders will be Fergan. Fergan, short serve. Cancel, unable to put her down. Dordt on the 3rd contact, tips to the back corner, and Van Groningen just sends it long. A little too much adrenaline pulsing through the veins. He had the right shot picked, just hits it a little too long on the to the shot to the corner. Jaden Galima serving. Dordt trailing 9-8. They have not led here in set number 4. They have not led since a 25-22 win in set number 2. Van Groningen ties it up at 9-9 as he dumps it over. Van Groningen, so far this match, that's just his 1st kill. 5 total swings so far. Serving is Santiago, controlled by Jamestown, scrambling to it. Cox over the block, and Cox with the kill. He is so good. He makes shots. He's 5'8". If he was 6'2", he'd be playing at a much different level than this. He can make all kinds of shots and gives Jamestown a 10-9 lead. Correa's serve taken by the defenders. Now the attack from the right side. Kaliza outside it goes to Cox. Cox across court. Saved by Garcia. Pushed back over by Van Groningen. Bump set right side. Oguz. Oguz with the kill. Oguz with the kill. It's 11-9. Again, Dordt hasn't led since the last point of set number 2 when they won it 25-22. Jamestown led the whole way in set 3, never trailed, and never had it tied. Van Groningen another dump and another kill. It's 11-10. So they're not respecting Van Groningen, and he's taking advantage at the net. And now Van Groningen has service. And Van Groningen serve controlled. Here comes Jamestown. Oguz with the kill, and Piekaj hung out to dry on that cross-court shot. Robb unable to get under it. 12-10. Defenders down 2. Want to see them stay within this 2-point difference. Van Groningen outside. Kalisa with a kill. Kalisa with the kill makes it 12-11. Kalisa now with 19 kills. 7 digs for the senior and 4 block assists so far. Now Andres Guzman with service. And Guzman with a jump serve controlled Jamestown, and a kill out of the middle for the Jimmies and Tyson Myers. So Tyson Myers with the kill for Myers. His second kill in 6 swings. And Lapata with serve, short, taken by Guzman. Van Groningen, Koyman kill. Well, you just feel like the momentum now hanging in the balance. Dordt has battled back to tie it on a couple different occasions at 2, 8, and 9. Now trailing by a point, and Piekaj with service. So Rob Piekaj, the sophomore from Poland. Serve down the line taken by Lapata. Over the block, saved by the defenders, Oguz. Here's Frost, blocked at the net. Point, Jamestown. So Jamestown it's 14-12. Jamestown with a 2-point lead. And we had a break in the action there. And now Oguz with service. Taken by Frost, gets it to Van Groningen, back over to Nelson with the swing, and that's passed over the net and out of bounds by Oguz, point defenders. So 14-13. And Caleb Kalisa with service. And Caleb Kalisa with the jump serve on the way. Kalisa, short serve. Taken by Correa. Cancel, unable to put it away. Guzman keeps it in place, sends it back to the middle of the floor. Passed over the net by Kalisa. Dordt will set the defense. Outside it goes Huynh with the kill. 15-13. Dordt with a 2-point deficit to try and make up, and so far Jamestown has just simply been able to hold them off. And jump serve taken by Piekaj, passed over the net by Van Groningen, saved by Jamestown. Over to Cox, over the block, saved by the defenders. Nelson comes back to Frost. Frost off balance. Jamestown scrambling to it, kept it alive. Cox will now send it over, and that's going to be a double on Cox. Oh, they're going to actually call 4 contacts on Jamestown. If we can pull the replay up on that, that would be great. It's 15-14. Would love to see the replay. The referees are going to confer, and here comes that replay. There's one. I think we got to roll it back a little bit further than that if you're in the truck. I don't know if you have that capability or not. Need to see what happened on that very first contact. And they're going to replay the point, so the R1 not confident enough to stay with his call. There's the one. Well, okay, there was a tap at the net. Now, was that a block or not? So judgment call, and the officials are swayed that time by Jamestown's protest. Now an overpass, and Cox puts it away. And it's 16-13. Well, unfortunately, the judgment call initially could have gone either way, and without benefit of anything other than a protest, Jamestown gets the point, eventually gets the point, and builds a 3-point lead at 16-14. I have no problem if you're going to call that initially as a block. but that was a 50-50. And eventually it goes to Jamestown. Cancel with the kill out of the middle, and now it's a 3-point lead, 17-14. You don't have anything fresh to look at. There's no replay. The official doesn't have the courtesy of the replay like we do, and so to go away from their initial judgment does surprise me a bit. Jamestown with a 3-point lead, 17-14. Here comes Dordt, roll shot by Kaliza. Jamestown attacking Cox over the block, saved by Piekaj. Then Groningen back to Nelson, unable to put it down. Correa pushed outside Cox, unable to put it down. Fergan gets to it. Right side, Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill. It's 17-15. So 17-15, defenders down 2. And Diego Santiago with service. So Dordt has not had it tied since it was 9. They've trailed by 1 and 2 ever since. Santiago's serve. Cox gets the set, unable to put it away though. Tapped it cross court. Dordt attacking Koyman, unable to put it down. Oguz got to it. Now a dig by Fergan. Van Groningen back set right side Kaliza. Kaliza off speed. Controlled by Jamestown. Oguz off high hands. Saved by Guzman. Tipped over the net by Kaliza. Here comes Jamestown again. Quick attack. Ball never makes it over the net. 4 contacts on Jamestown. Well, a very similar call earlier where Dordt was all the way down and they gave them credit for the block with Andres Guzman. Now Dordt within a point, trailing 17-16. Santiago's serve taken. Goes back over to Cox. Dug by Santiago. Passed over the net by Guzman. Here comes Jamestown. Outside it goes Cox. Cox kill. (18-16). Kaylor Cox with the kill. And for Kaylor Cox, that is his 15th. He and Oguz share team honors for Jamestown. Kaliza has match honors with 20 so far. Jump serve taken by the defenders. Comes back Koyman. Koyman unable to block, put it away. Jamestown Cox. Cox over the block. Saved. Comes back to Van Groningen. Taps it over. Controlled by Huynh. Right side of Goose. And Dordt with a block. Koyman and Guzman. So the block put up by the defenders. They trail now 18-17. Serving is Van Groningen. 3 attackers for the defenders. Guzman, Koyman, and Kaliza. So Van Groningen with service. And Van Groningen floater controlled. Lapata. Cox unable to put it down. Dordt attacking. Bump set right side. And Kaliza didn't get a clean attack off of that. I believe that was Piekaj who had the bump. Tried to get a bump set outside and too much on it. It's 19-17. Kaylor Cox has service. And Cox serves into the net. Point defenders. So 19-18, Dordt trying to make up that needed 1 point to tie it. Also checking in for, well, they're not going to let Tyson Myers in right now. He checked in too late. Guzman with serve. Jamestown handles it cleanly, and Oguz tools it off the block for the kill. It's 2018. 2018 our score. Serving for the Jimmies will be Lapata. So 2018, Jamestown in front. They have not trailed here in set number 4. Frost. Van Groningen, right side Kaliza. Digs it. Jamestown keeps it in play. Saved by Kaliza. Back to Van Groningen. Koyman with the tap. Kaylor Cox sends it right side to Huynh. Passes it over. Frost, Van Groningen. Back set. Kaliza. Kaliza tools it off the block for the kill. It's 2019. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining in this one. Well, this is a lot like set number 4 at Jamestown that ended with a 30-28 win for the defenders. Back and forth they went that night. Piekaj with the serve, overpass, Frost with the kill! Brady Frost with the kill for the defenders on the overpass, taking advantage of a rare miscue by the Jimmies in this set. And now serving for the defenders will be Piekaj. Serve controlled. Quinn, right side, blocked at the net. O'Goose! Dordt, Frost, and Nelson with the block. And the defenders now with a 1-point lead, 21-20. We have a timeout on the floor, charged to Jamestown. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute. (21-20) defenders trying to close out the comeback here in set number 4, leading by a point. Piekaj has service. And Piekaj with the jump serve taken by Quinn. Back to Quinn, blocked by defenders! Nelson and Kaliza with the block on Quinn's attack. And there's the 2-point cushion for the defenders. Serving is Piekaj. Rob Piekaj with service. Controlled by Cox. Set middle, cancel. Covered by Frost. Van Groningen, right side, Kaliza. Unable to put it down. Here comes Jamestown attacking. Right side, O'Goose. Blocked at the net, out of bounds, point Jamestown. So O'Goose with the kill. Tooling it off of the block. And for O'Goose, that is his 17th kill. 22-21. O'Goose serve taken by Guzman. Right side, Kaliza banks it over the block, saved by Jamestown and Lapata. Comes back right side, O'Goose from the spike line, saved by Kaliza momentarily, and I'd like to see a replay on that, where O'Goose contacted that ball from. He was flirting with the spike line as he ties it at 22 all. Yep, looked like he was behind the spike line, that 10-foot line. And now Jamestown trying to fight off the Dordt rally. Here comes O'Goose with serve and into the net, point defenders. 23-22 defenders with a 1-point lead. Caleb Kaliza serving. Dordt trying to get to set point serve. They lead 23-22. Kaliza serving. Kaliza floater to the back line. He served for Kaliza. So Dordt now serving for the set and the match. Kaliza with service. Jamestown with a timeout left, and they'll use it. Timeout defenders. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Well, the Dordt defenders sitting on a mild upset here in terms of the ratings. Jamestown rated number 11 in the country. Dordt receiving votes, but it would be a seismic win for the defenders as they could pull into a tie with the Jamestown Jimmies in the conference lead. Kaliza serving. Set and match point for the defenders. Kaliza to the back line. Jamestown attacking and missing wide. Dordt wins it. The defenders have knocked off the reigning Great Plains Athletic Conference champions. They pull into a tie for the conference championship with 2 matches remaining. Dordt wins sets 1, 2, and 4, 25-22. And the Dordt defenders lose set 3, 25-21. And now the defenders will head to California and then return home and try to seal the deal in terms of Great Plains Athletic Conference play when they face Ottawa and Morningside in late March. So Dordt improves to 11-1 this season, 7-1 in the conference. Jamestown 11-1 and 6-1. The Dordt defenders pull off the victory, 3-1. Let's take a 2-minute break and be back with more from the DeWitt Gym right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym, where the Dordt defenders have just knocked off the Great Plains Athletic Conference men's volleyball favorite, Jamestown, 3-1. 25-22, 25-22, 21-25, and 25-22. As the defenders now pull into a tie in the loss column with the Jimmies. Both have 1 loss. And if things, well, we aren't going to lay too much out here. If the Dordt defenders can close the deal later in March, I think they would be in position to host a Great Plains Athletic Conference postseason tournament. Time will tell, though. Still a lot of work to do for the defenders. First, they'll go to California. Then they'll play Ottawa and Morningside in a couple of matches in late March. But they have positioned themselves well here. And great outing by the defenders tonight to hand Jamestown their first loss in conference play. The Dordt defenders came out, trailed 6-2 right away. This is the Wireless World post-match show. Trailed 6-2 and eventually tied it at 12-12. It was tied again at 13-13. And the defenders built up a 16-13 lead and eventually a 17-14 lead before Jamestown tied it at 17. We were tied again at 18 before Dordt scored 7 of the next 11 points to win set 1, 25-22. Set number 2, not a lot of drama in that one. Dordt led 17-11. Jamestown closed to 17-15. Dordt then went on a 5-0 run to lead 22-15. They fought off a Jamestown rally with Kaylor Cox in the service area as he cut it down to 22-21, and the defenders eventually won that one 25-22, taking control at 24-21. Set number 3, all Jamestown. They win it 25-21. Set number 4 started off all Jamestown. They got up 5-2 and 7-3 before the defenders cut the lead down to 7-6 and eventually tied it at 8-8. We were tied again at 9 before Jamestown reestablished the lead, and Dordt would not pull even until it was 20-20. Then went in front 21-20 and 22-20 before Jamestown tied it at 22 all. And the defenders close it with 3 points in a row, including an ace serve in that stretch that put them at set and match point, and Dordt wins it by an eventual 25-22. Let's take another break, and we'll be back with a rundown of all the numbers right after this. You're listening and watching the Dordt Media Network.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
Here are the numbers from tonight's match. The Dordt defenders, a 274 kill efficiency, 50 kills, 19 errors, 113 total attacks. Jamestown, 51 kills, 27 errors, 130 total attacks. Dordt had 40 digs, Jamestown 39 points off of blocks. Here's your difference. The defenders 14 points off of blocks, 1 solo, 26 assists. For the Jimmies, 1 solo and 4 block assists. Dordt had 13 service errors, cleaned that up in set number 4. I'm not sure they had a service error in set number 4, while the Jimmies had a total of 15 service errors and 7 aces. Dordt had 3 ace serves. Individually for the defenders, they were led by Caleb Kaliza with 21 kills. Andres Guzman had 9, 7 for Dylan Koyman, 7 for Luke Nelson, 4 for Brady Frost, and 2 for Lucas Van Groningen. Van Groningen also with 41 assists. And 1 ace serve for Kaliza, Van Groningen, and Guzman. The Dordt defenders also led in digs tonight by Van Groningen with 10. Caleb Kaliza had 9. And Andres Guzman had 10 digs as well. 7 block assists for Luke Nelson, 6 for Dylan Koyman, 4 for Andres Guzman. And we're going to get set up for our interview. And we'll make sure that Rob can hear me. Can you hear me, Rob? How about that? Is that working? Okay, we'll get that situated. And I don't have you turned up yet. We're going to give the Jamestown stats as well, and we're going to try to turn some music down so I can make sure that I hear Rob. And so we get that taken care of. The Jamestown Jimmies led tonight by Aguz with 18 kills. Kaylor Cox had 15. Quinn had 11. 47 assists for Derek Correa. And 10 digs for Anthony Lapata. And taking a seat beside me is Robert Piekaj. Robert is a sophomore from Warsaw, Poland. And Rob, first off, congratulations. How did that feel to knock off the Jamestown Jimmies?
It was amazing. I was crying when we had a meeting. You know, it's biggest win for the program, biggest win for my career, but it's just the beginning. So we have to. We're obviously happy that we beat them, but it's just the beginning. And we have a lot of games in front of us, so we have to focus on them.
Yep, and you've got some matches left here in March, and we'll talk to Coach Hansen about those. But for your team, okay, you're playing Jamestown. I said the King. You don't knock the King off without a fight, and the Jamestown a little bit wounded in the fact that they're missing a player, but still a very good team, and they have ruled the conference. What was your team's mindset coming into tonight's match? What did you need to focus on to have success this evening?
You know, before the season, we had a goal that we want to be a GPAC champions. So we knew we had to beat Jamestown eventually. Last game, it was very close. We lost 3-2 on the road. And that was the game that we believed that we can actually beat them. And yeah, we were prepared for a game. We were preparing I would say the whole month, for the whole February for this game, because we knew it's the most important game for the conference. And yeah, we were focused. We were happy that we're here. We were playing together, and it worked out.
Why so emotional, Robert? Explain to me what this win means for the team and the program.
You know, last year, we played good last year, but we were just missing something. And this year, you know, we have 3 seniors on the team, Logan, Luke, and Caleb. So Luke and Caleb, obviously, they're the most important pieces of the team. So we knew they are gone after the season. So this season was our best chance to do something. And yeah, we're 11-1 now. So.
Tell me, not a full house by any means, but I would say 2/3 full, maybe the biggest crowd we've had in the DeWitt for a men's volleyball match that I can recall. Explain what it's like. And I saw the match at Jamestown. They didn't have a lot of people there in support. Talk about the support that this team seems to be building with the program.
You know, it's amazing to have such a big crowd. It just gives us more energy. It helps us. So I'm just grateful that people are coming here, and I hope more people will be showing up in the next games and in the next years.
Let's talk about you a little bit. You work in the rec center. That's how I've gotten to know you. You man the front desk. Warsaw, Poland is your home. How did you end up at Dordt University from Warsaw, Poland, Rob?
You know, I always wanted to come to America to study, and volleyball is my passion. And Dordt gave me opportunity to combine academics and volleyball. So I'm grateful I ended up here. And I wanted to say I love you, Mom. I know she's watching, so.
You, Mom, your parents, your family able to watch a lot of the matches back home?
Yeah, it's late hour right now in Poland, but I hope they're watching, and I love you guys.
All right, thanks for coming up, Robert.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Robert Piekaj talking about tonight's match, and the Dordt defenders with a win tonight over the Jamestown Jimmies, and we'll get to Coach Chad Hansen in just a moment as well, as the defenders improved to 11-1, 7-1 in the conference. Jamestown 11-1 and 6-1 in the conference, and Coach Chad Hansen takes a seat beside me. And first off, Coach, congratulations. Is this the biggest one you've had up to this point with this program?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. We've had some other wins in previous seasons against receiving votes, teams that have been receiving votes, but overall, I mean, for this point in the season, for what this means in the conference standings now, we're each at one loss, and they're the highest ranked opponent I think that we've beaten. But regardless of the history, this is pretty meaningful. I mean, Jamestown's barely lost a set of volleyball in their history in the GPAC. They're that strong of a program. We respect them that much, and this is huge.
Well, and I said that when they were making their comeback, you don't knock the king off easily.
Right.
I mean, and there's still volleyball to be played.
That's
I mean,
exactly right.
There's a road trip down to Ottawa that
Yeah.
I remember they played here and gave you some challenges.
Yeah.
You've got Morningside on the road as well.
Yep.
There's still some things to take care of, but for this evening, talk about what you felt like your team could be successful with, or what did you need to do to be successful against this Jamestown team?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's funny, Mike, because as you ask that, I ponder the pregame talks, the scouting report, the practices that led up to this match. We really put a lot of emphasis on our own serve and pass. And ironically, those two categories were not as strong for us tonight as we thought or hoped that they would be. And in the same vein, we had a huge night of blocks. And we wanted to. We put ourselves in different positions that we hoped to make our blocks successful. But to have a great blocking night was not something we put in the initial scouting report of this is how we're going to win the match. And, throughout the course of our play, we got tested. We got more excited than the moment needed, and we became less composed than the moment called for. And that led to a third set that was really uncomfortable, and we sort of came back and resurrected ourselves in towards the end of the third set, but it just wasn't enough at that point. And then the fourth set was still sort of us figuring out, no, let's be ourselves. Let's keep focused on the things that got us to this point with discipline and living out our system in the serve and pass way. And let's just put a little bit more pressure on Jamestown than the pressure we're trying than the pressure we are putting on ourselves.
When do you take off for California?
Saturday? Early Saturday morning.
Okay.
Early. You going to be there with us and wake us up?
I've got a few other things happening. I don't know if you're aware or not.
We'll send you a postcard.
Yeah. So I will not be making the trip to California.
Yep.
So what? I mean, obviously volleyball is a big part of the trip. I mean, that's the main reason you're going. But what is the rest? What are some other facets of the trip over spring break that you hope to take advantage of with this team?
Yeah, in the course of us leaving Saturday morning, March 4th, and us returning Monday evening, March 13th, during those 9-ish or 10 days, we're going to be all over Northern California. Monday up in Redding at Simpson, and you and I talked through that in a previous broadcast, but it's on our schedule. So we'll have those 4 matches, one match each, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to have a meet and greet practice, intra-squad scrimmage, and we will be at Ripon Christian High School in the Ripon, California area. And so that'll be an evening. It depends upon how the gym schedule goes with their basketball team, high school basketball team, and they're in the hunt for the state playoffs right now. So that's a meet and greet on Thursday, March 9th. Some point in the afternoon or evening, our Defender volleyball team, men's team, will be in that gym. We'll play on the 10th, Friday the 10th at Pacific Union. And then Saturday the 11th, we have a potential of picking up a scrimmage, just an inter-squad or a scrimmage against a local team. Still trying to figure out if we want to do that or make that a touring kind of day and go sightsee. We're going to have Sunday church in the Ripon area, 2 different churches on March 5th and March 12th. We're going to visit different families. We're going to go to a couple of high schools. I mentioned Ripon Christian High School. We're going to go to another high school, interact with the boys teams that are there, have lunch with them. Potential touring. The weather, one place we had looked at was Yosemite, and there's something called white snow that's out in the Northern California. I don't know what that's all about.
Got to go all the way to see that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if only we had some of that around here. But so Yosemite, I think, is now off the consideration. There's an Intel plant. One of our players, his uncle, works at Intel, and so we have a potential of touring that facility and just seeing a different side of the industry and the business sector. I think that hanging out and just getting good team bonding time.
For Lucas Van Groningen, it's a return back to his area, obviously, and the Van Groningens. Have they been out to see him play in person?
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, they've actually, Chris and Lori have been out several times. Hello, Van Groningens and all the Ripon Christian crowd. They've been out a couple times to see their son, Joel. Lucas's younger brother, Joel, is a senior at Ripon Christian. He's going to sign his letter of intent while we're out there. We'll get a tour of their farm and get to see their operations. So it's going to be a
wide-ranging trip.
A wide range, and we want to calculate how far and wide do we go with our travels and our events and all that stuff, because we have really 4 key matches one day at a time, and I think our guys are learning the importance of taking care of their bodies, nutrition, hydration, rest. And with the driving travel that we'll have while we're out there, it's probable that we'll be covering about 1,000 total miles of driving during the course of our time in Northern California.
Well, you may remember Athletic Director Rick Vandenberg.
Yeah.
Way back when I started here, he said to me, Mike, you know what makes a really good trip? Winning games and matches. He said that takes care of a lot of things. Everybody's a lot happier.
Yeah.
So that remains competing well, remains the focus, but hoping to pick up some other things along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And just making some lifelong memories. I think these kinds of trips, and we've had the huge blessing, and we did some fundraising, and Mike, the Dordt men's volleyball alumni came out and started putting some donations forward. That was big for us. We've never had that kind of just continuous support in the ways that it showed up now. We've had some additional inside and outside of our program, supporters and fundraise, some family members, some extended family members, businesses, just the incredible reach out that Defender Nation has had for our men's volleyball program has allowed just this trip to even be possible. And so thank you, Defender Nation. Thank you specifically to those who did contribute, and we're just so blessed. We're excited to get in your area, your backyard here next week.
Coach, I'll let you go, and we'll catch up with you when you get back from California.
Thanks so much, Mike.
That's Coach Chad Hansen, and that is going to do it for our broadcast this evening. The Dordt Defenders 3-1 winners over the Jamestown Jimmies, 25-22, 25-22, 21-25, and 25-22. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Next broadcast will be Tuesday night next week. The Defender women's basketball team hosting Iowa Wesleyan in the opening round of the NAI National Championship field. That's going to do it for our broadcast. For Chad Hansen, Rob Piekaj, I'm Mike Biker. Good evening.